Amy. Both of you at the same time. How cool. And there's Mary.
Mary,
Hello.
how are you guys?
I hope y'all are all having a wonderful Friday evening. Hello,
Hello,
Catbird.
Catbird.
There's a squirrel raid, and she's coming over.
It's starting.
So much.
Well, if they're like me, it's not cold. Hey, Faith Louise.
Happy Friday to you too, Faith Louise.
We hit 71 today.
Oh, well, we hit 86. Ugh.
It's unbelievable in the mountains in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. Dinky Jen.
Hello, DK. How are you, sweetie? And there's Ellie. How are
Ellie.
you?
I hope you're doing good.
Yes. And there's our Leslie. How are you, sweetie? You are in the upper 30s, Faith. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're supposed to have a cold front come through Sunday. Yeah, late Saturday into Sunday, bringing rain. My husband is not going to be happy. Hello, Paula. And there's my little sister. Oh, you got to 10 Celsius today. And
nice.
With some rain. I was going to ask you, I didn't have a chance to respond to your video, if I was seeing rain, because I noticed that most of your snow is gone.
Oh, my doggone.
Oh, Amy, last of the kids are leaving at the moment, so let the weekend roll in.
And for the weekend. Oh, yes.
She didn't have to tie anybody to the mailbox.
No, not yet. Well, that's wonderful, Ellie. There is our Granny D.
Hello, Granny D. And you are so welcome, sweet lady.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you won.
Yes.
And it's so wonderful for all those great winners. And for Granny D, this is for you, sweetheart. Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Love our Granny D. And I was so happy to see your name land on that $50 wheel, or not wheel, excuse me. When Nightbot pulled up your name, I was like, yay.
She picked the right cup.
She did. Yes, she did.
And Faith Louise is close to gone. Her snow's almost gone as they had rain. And Rita said, yes, you did see rain. Almost all the snow is gone for this time. And a lovely Leslie is piled up in the living room with a bunch of weenies. Oh, my. Wow.
Hello, Ashley, sweetheart. How are you doing this evening?
Absolutely. I hope you're doing well, sweetie.
Yes. There you go. She picked the lucky number 7.
You certainly did. There was a lot of $50 winners. That was pretty awesome. It's pretty amazing this time.
Well, I mean, you only get to turn 2 once, you know.
Yes. We wanted to give it a real bang. Absolutely.
Now all I can say is just watch out, because you know what that means. Terrible 2s, here we come.
Yes.
In a good way. In a good way.
Well, I hope it's in a good way.
It will be.
So. Absolutely. And lovely Miss Kivia. My mailman still has not picked up her package.
Oh.
I want to cover up the thing, but this is Kivia's package with her furls, more than one.
Oh.
So sweet. I'm hoping this will go out in the mail tomorrow. So Kivia is getting her furls, more than one, hook. Yes, Queen is in here. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Mary. How are you, sweetie?
He's looking.
Go ahead.
He's looking at whatever he can try to get into. He's a mess. Hey, Jen. Oh, bless your heart. I hope you feel better.
I was going to say, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. Well, you go ahead and go to sleep if you need to.
Yours are good until they turn 3. Bless you. Oh, I'm so glad you liked them, Faith Louise.
That's awesome. Stickers are fun at any age, aren't they?
They are.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, Laura. I included some crochet stickers. It's just, something fun.
I know. They're all fun.
It's always fun. You got to have something fun in there. So
That's
around.
right. That's right.
Why not?
Well,
Yeah,
like I
he's
said.
turkey.
Well, you know what it is. You're on alive, so he's waiting for a little treat.
Oh, he'll get it in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to see how he behaves.
Oh, Ashley says she didn't have to go to work today because it was slow. Well, I hope you got some good quality time in with your crochet or your knitting. Oh,
Well, I hope you did. Yeah, he knows what it is. Well, hello, Gwen.
hello, Mama Gwen. How are you doing this evening?
Got to back up. I can't. I got to. Where am I supposed to put it? If you don't move, where am I supposed to put it? It's right there. I know he doesn't move, and I have nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
He's such a silly thing. Oh, what a silly cat. Oh, I do hope you guys are doing good though.
Yes.
I've had a pretty good week, we'll say.
Yes. Oh, evidently Ashley slept in because she got up at 9 a.m.
Wow.
That sounds like a good rest.
That is a good rest. I was up at 4.
Ugh.
I was eating cream of wheat at 4 o'clock this morning.
No cream of wheat. No.
I love cream of wheat.
Gwen says, I'm awesome. My 13th granddaughter was born yesterday and I'm headed to go meet her. Oh, how awesome. What a blessing, Gwen.
That is fantastic.
Yes, another baby in the family. Oh, how sweet.
Hey, Ashley, you can come clean my bathroom.
I know. Yeah.
I mean,
I bet you're all wondering why I chose the topic, what do you feed a hungry hippo? Well, guys, let me tell you. On one of my news feeds that I check every day, they were talking about the nostalgia of Mattel's board games. And they were listing quite a few of them. And I mean, my girls played nearly every one of them, like Candyland and Mr. Potato Head. And several of them just now popped out of my head. Twister. I mean, just so many of those games now. I realize Twister's not a board game, but still you can kind of do that. Monopoly, just, all that kind of stuff. And there came Hungry Hippo. And my brain immediately went to, I think that was the most popular game at my house. Because girls just loved, trying to get those little marbles with their little hungry hippos. And we would have tournaments. There were 3 girls and me and my husband. And so, we would have to go around and see who it finally came up to. Yes, your grandkids still play those games. Yes, mine did too. So anyway, my brain got to ticking and I thought, well, I wonder what hippos do eat. So Google, what do hippopotamuses eat?
Well, let's tell you.
Go ahead.
Let's tell you a little bit about hippos.
Yes.
The common name is a hippopotamus, and it's a hippo. And I'm not going to tell you all about the kingdom, phylum, class, or order.
Yeah, we don't need that.
But let's go with some fast facts. They are huge, gray, bulky body with a large head. Its facial features somewhat resemble those of a pig. The size, I know, size 13 to 15 feet long. That is 3.96 to 4.57 meters. They are 5 foot high at the shoulders. They weigh anywhere from 1,800 to 3,600 kilograms. For us Americans, that's 4,000 to 8,000 pounds. They are herbivores. They prefer short grasses of the African plains.
Yep.
Their incubation period is 8 months. They reach maturity at 7 years. Their lifespan is 20 to 40 years, 50 years in captivity. Their range, West and East Central Africa. They are extinct in northern and southern parts of original range. They live around the rivers and lakes and the grasslands. They are found mainly in large populations in preserves. That is pretty interesting. But here are some fun facts. Hippos spend most of their days in the water or wallowing in the mud, generally coming up on land to feed at night. Hippos were once thought to sweat blood. Actually, hippos secrete a pinkish colored oil that helps keep their skin moist in the hot African climate. Hippos are efficient grazers. Their lips are almost 2 feet wide.
Can you believe that? 2 feet.
That's crazy. And baby hippos swim the moment they are born because they are born underwater. And female hippos will actually babysit a group of other female babies.
Just like elephants. Isn't that
Isn't it
awesome?
crazy? I find that unbelievably crazy about the hippo. They
Hello,
also,
Steve. Just a minute.
hey
Hello,
Stevie,
Steve. How are you? He says hippos are dangerous and they cause many deaths. Yes. And
yes,
Faith Louise, I bet she just said what you're going to say. Hippos can swim faster than humans and run faster than humans. She
yes.
said, so if I go against a hippo in a triathlon, my whole only hope is the bike.
And hello, Darcia and Yarn Inspired, and Zoila, my darling. It's great to see
Yes.
you.
Thank y'all so much for being here.
And the other thing about them is they are very good at keeping the grass down.
Mm-hmm.
So it helps to avoid the grass fires on the
Yes.
plain. And it also helps the other animals that go down to the lakes and rivers to drink to watch out for predators,
Mm-hmm.
but they are very efficient at keeping the grass down. They're
Yes.
very efficient at that. And hello, Kristen. It's good to see you.
Hello, Kristen. So happy that you're here with us this evening.
But wait till you see where the hungry, hungry hippo led Maureen to.
You know how you get on Pinterest and the next thing you know, you've gone down the rabbit hole? Well, that's what happened with me with the hungry, hungry hippo. Because like I said, once I got to think about the board game, then it led me to what do they eat? And then it's like, and quite honestly, folks, if you'd have asked me where hippos lived, I'd have said, I don't know. Honestly, I probably learned it way back in school, but hello, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Oh, she's from California, but originally from Texas. When you coming back home, girlfriend? So anyway, then
They
I got
are great lawnmowers, Granny D.
yes. So then I got to thinking, well, because it started talking about the grasses that they eat and everything, and I thought, I wonder what kind of, if any kind of yarns, textiles, what comes out of Africa? And so here I went down another rabbit hole. So before Froggy gives us some information and shows us some wonderful, wonderful textiles, did you know that the natural fibers of Africa are bamboo, banana, cashmere, coconut, cotton, hemp and jute, mohair, wild silk, and wool? Now, I do want to ask you, think about what I just said there. Bamboo, banana, cashmere, coconut, cotton, hemp and jute, mohair, wild silk, and wool. What fiber do you think would be the most produced and exported out of Africa? Anybody want to guess?
I was surprised, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the most exported from Africa? The fiber.
Yeah. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Hey.
No, not the mohair.
I was still surprised. I love that.
Bananas.
Yeah, I can't work with the bananas.
Yeah, me either. Not the silk. Steve said cotton. I've seen some videos of people who play that game with two-persons teams. Oh, yes. See, that's what we would do, Ellie. We would start with 5 and then, well, actually 4. And then the first one to get out, then we'd go 4, boom, boom, boom. I've been given some bamboo yarn this week. It is so soft.
Oh, wool and alpaca and cashmere.
Well,
right.
let me just go ahead and cut you to the chase. It is a mixture of hemp and jute. 57 to 60% of the jute that you will find, especially here distributed in America, comes from Africa.
Seriously.
Is that not crazy? I
I, I
mean,
I'm stunned.
mm-hmm. Yep. But they do have some beautiful, about 30% of the wool that we see everywhere does come from Africa. 2% of it is the merino wool.
Yes. I mean, it's amazing to me.
Jane asked, does anyone have any easy patterns I could have sent to me? I'm thinking of making lap Afghans or, uh, sorry, my thing jumped, or wheelchair Afghans for people. You know, the best place to go look for that would be Bag O'Day. She has a lot of blankets that you can, shorten the lengths of. Um, Creative Grandma has tons of
None.
Afghans as well. Um, why does my brain always go bonkers on me when I want to think of something? Um, Mama
Bellica.
Gwen asked, is there coconut yarn? I think the fiber itself is mixed in with other yarns, other fibers. Uh, but I don't think there is specifically a coconut yarn like you find with bamboo or silk.
Yes, there is, Faith Louise.
There you go.
I mean, there's so many different types of yarns, but to find out that of what they export is just crazy.
It was. It really, really was.
It cracks me up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But let me tell you the most unique thing about Africa that I found. Folks, their textiles are so beautiful.
Yes.
And depending on the region of Africa that the tribes are from, they use what is in nature around them. And they have some of the most beautiful, vibrant colors. And the way that they weave whatever fibers they're using from whatever it is they got it from, from the plants, from the animals in their region, whatever. And the way that they apply nature's own colors to their fabrics is just absolutely breathtaking. And we're going to
I
share some
can't
of
believe.
those with you in just a minute. Hello, Cindy. How are you? And Darcia, I saw you pop up a minute ago, but I don't know if I said howdy to you.
Hey, Candy, how you doing, honey? They dye their own fiber. Hey, Carrie, they
Hello,
dye
Jerry.
their own fibers with natural items from their environment,
Yes.
be it the soil or the trees, the leaves, the plants, the spices, whatever they use everything around them.
The tree barks,
Tree
the
bark.
tree sap. I mean,
That's what they dye with.
it was just so amazing. That's okay, Darcy. You do what you need to do for your family, sweetheart. She says
Yeah.
I'm coming back and forth from the kitchen cooking. Just be
I
sure
mean,
to set me a plate.
it's amazing to see what type of dyes that they are able to create
Yes.
using natural items from their environment. No commercial dye.
No. No.
Mm-mm.
And what they are able to. Oh, thank you, Steve. Jane, he said, I would try Allison Russell here on YouTube for lap blankets too. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
That's right, Rita. If you look around and read old books, you can find what things around you in your own environment that can be used for dyeing yarn and
It's
fabrics.
incredible.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, Froggy has some pictures that we can look here because I want you to see some of the most beautiful patterns and the vibrant colors that they are able to put together.
I mean, this is Oh, hang on, wrong picture.
Mhm.
This
Look
is
at that.
incredible. Making sure I get the right picture. This one. This is incredible. These are dyed using just items in their environment. This is incredible. This is mud cloth dyed from stuff in the environment. And how vibrant this is. This is kente cloth dyed and woven. Here's another kente cloth dyed and woven. Another form of mud cloth. These are more textiles from Africa. And
Now,
I'll
what?
come.
Yeah, go ahead. What I found unusual, especially about the mud cloths, is that they take and from the one particular tribe I was looking at, they take specifically and paint the cloth with a yellow um, dye, and then they take the black soil and they make a paste out of it and put it on there, and then they create their design while the mud is still damp. And then once it dries, they wash the cloth, and all of that yellow dye and what black soil dye, the paste did not stick, comes off of there. And that's the design that they're left with. And it gives such a beautiful, beautiful background for that black dye to stand out against. It is just amazing what they have been able to do over the centuries, I'm sure.
It's
With,
incredible.
mm-hmm.
I mean, that's incredible.
Look at
That
that.
they're able to do that. And to give you an idea, I'm going to pull up this other image. Africa is so different, and it's based upon the tribes.
That's right.
It's all based upon the tribes on what type of cloth that they color-wise do. As you can see, the
Is that
colors
not pretty?
change depending upon the area of it, and the tribes. It's absolutely gorgeous to look at this and to see the different textiles of what they create. This is beautiful. You know, that they're able to achieve such colors from the environment.
And just
Is
like Rita mentioned a minute ago, in really old books, um, and I'm sure, our ancestors here in the United States, and I'm not just talking about the Indians, but I'm talking about, whatever it was our ancestors brought over from, I'm going to say the old world, from across the pond, so to speak. I'm sure they had their own ways of dyeing and making fabric just not look so plain. Exactly,
right.
Granny D. Natural dyes using what was in their environment. And so, did any of you, when you were in elementary school, and this is where I draw my memories from, I remember in a science class, we took the peel off of a what I call it, eggplant, the purple, and we took flowers, and we took, I just remember it being green. It might have been a cucumber, it might have been a zucchini, I can't remember. We'd take orange peels and we would press them. Our teacher had a special press, and we would press it on cloth or on paper or on cardstock to see what we could get out of onion peels. Exactly, Rita. To see exactly what it was we could get from nature. I mean, I remember that being so cool, and I had totally forgot about doing that until I went down this rabbit hole the other day about the hippos. So it's kind of funny that I started out researching hippos, and the next thing I know, I'm down here in Africa looking at their textiles.
I mean, they're getting the vibrant blues and vibrant yellows and reds, and they're vibrant colors. They're not muted. They're very beautiful.
Yep.
I'm amazed.
There you go. Gwen says, I use foods to dye paper and cloth for crafts. See, that's what we were doing in my science class. Like I said, I had totally forgot about doing that until I did my little hippo research. So I just thought it was really interesting. And I do know that there are a lot of people that dye yarn using natural dyes. I also know that there are a lot of home crafters now that are going back to using a lot of natural colors, natural oils, natural, just whatever they can get from the plants. Yes, to do things. Rest beads. Rita says rest beads give a great color. I don't know what that is. I'm taking it. It's a plant.
I don't know.
Oh, Kivia says, I remember onion skin typing paper. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I do too. Red beets. Okay. Yes, red beets. Oh, my goodness. And tea. Do y'all remember using tea to dye white T-shirts? Yes. That's another thing we did. Yes, Granny D. She said red beets. Well, she said red, but I bet they're red beets.
I find it incredible. A brief commercial interlude. I'm trying to cover up everything else. Kivia, this is for you. I'm trying to cover the addresses.
Coffee, yes, Kivia, that's another good one.
It's going out tomorrow, Kivia, and it has more than one furls in it for you.
Whoop, whoop.
There's more than one hook in there, Kivia.
Yay.
Yay. So it should go in the mail tomorrow.
Yes. Jennifer said the only dyeing we did at school was tie-dye with marbles and elastic bands, but I don't remember any other produce.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you're welcome, Kivia. Oh, tie-dye and batik in school. Batik is really interesting. I think
yes.
It's red beets. Added yarn to it. That would be a really pretty color.
I bet it would.
Color Easter eggs. That's a cool way to do the eggs.
Ooh, I hadn't thought about that. Yes. Onion skins and pantyhose to color the Easter eggs. That's right.
Yep. I found what they're doing in Africa is so fascinating. With the way they're dyeing their fabric. No, I'm just doing it to be nice. You got it. Your mom took it. Oh, bless you. I find it so fascinating, that supposedly a third world country is able to produce such amazing fabrics.
That's right.
Don't ever discount people. They can create some of the most amazing, beautiful fabric you've ever seen.
That's right. And they can do it without technology. They can do it without machines.
Yes, purple cabbage.
Blows my mind.
Purple cabbage, blueberries, blackberries.
That's right. That's right.
It's really cool to see. So she went down the rabbit hole and pulled me along with her.
There is a little company in Texas called Red Dirt, and they literally take T-shirts and they throw them in the little home cylinder that you can use to mix your cement. They throw the T-shirts in there with just shovels and shovels of red dirt.
Wow.
That's how they dye their t-shirts.
That's cool.
And literally across the top of across this, it says, "This little shirt was dyed with red dirt." That's their
Yeah.
logo. This little shirt was dyed with red dirt. Hello, Angela. How are you? Thank you so much for being here.
It was just really fascinating to be brought down this rabbit hole and to learn about hippopotamuses and to learn about the textiles and to find out what is exported
Yes.
from Africa and
And
to be shocked, even shocked about the wool being an export.
and there's one other thing that we didn't mention, but um, Africa is known for being the first and only country way ahead of China for using a technique in which they took the sap from the trees and turned it into a waxy paste. And when their textile would be finished with the dyes and stuff, now there's only one tribe that did this for a long time until it's kind of started spreading out, but they would use it to set the dye. And like I said, they would use the sap from their tree to make a waxy paste, and then they would put it on the textile that they created. And I don't know how you remove the excess, but they did. And they were able to set the dye on both sides of the fabric so that it didn't matter which side of the fabric you were working on. The front was exactly like the back, the same vibrancy, the same colors, everything. And so they were the first ones to do that.
That's pretty cool.
I know, centuries before China, which I find amazing. Now, I don't say that to be ugly to China, but you know, China has some very beautiful, beautiful silk pieces, fabrics and things. So
that are centuries old.
Yes. And if Africa was the first to do something like this before China, holy smokes, you know?
That's a surprise. I mean, it dates back to the pharaohs.
Right.
It's amazing. I was really shocked. I was shocked. I got some of the pharaoh names, and you know, I'm not going to be able to pronounce them very well. Then don't expect good pronunciation. Kumatep, Kanumhotep.
Ask Alexa.
Yeah, Kanumatep showed weavers using a horizontal loom. And that was the 12th dynasty.
Wow.
And then there's another one that, goodness forbid, Amanishakhitu. Yeah, that was a great queen from back then. Sorry, I butchered the name, but yeah, I don't read those names very well.
That's awesome, Kivia. She left some something at your door, yarn inspired.
It's just interesting to know that it dates way back to the pharaohs and before that they were doing this long before anybody else thought of it.
Right.
So, I mean, and when they gather their silk, they gather it in the wild.
Yes.
That's incredible. It's not farmed, it's in the wild.
Right.
So they're going out and getting wild silkworms. I'm like, you're kidding me. But they are.
Yep.
That's pretty incredible.
Yep. So I just wanted to share all of that with y'all. You know, like I said, started out with the game of hungry hippos. Then it led me to wanting to know actually where they come from. What do they eat? You know, if there's anything that they're particularly known for, like their 2-foot long lips. Who would have thought?
Would have known.
Goodness gracious. And I didn't know about the red oil. you know.
Yeah, it's the pinkish oil. People used to think that they would sweat blood, but it's
Mhm.
not.
Right.
The pinkish oil to keep their skin moist and protect them from the heat.
Yeah, which makes sense, you know. And then, like I said, it just when it talked about them grazing and keeping the grass down, and of course their body, as big as they are, the trails that they would make, which would
Yeah,
make it easier for other animals to get to the watering holes. And I just, well, I wonder what, you know. So there
yeah.
we
So that's how we went from hungry, hungry hippos to yarn.
go. Our textiles. Let's do that.
Never thought we could make that association, but we did.
Yes. Well, it's just nice to um, find out about.
They love marbles.
Yes, they do. It's just nice to research other cultures. Number one, yes, awesome facts, and like I said, this one just happened to lead us to materials, and a lot of us love crocheting and knitting. A lot of us also love working with materials, sewing up things. And so I thought that would be something that's a little interesting to those of you that also love um, doing more than just crocheting or knitting.
Well, so the next time you see the African fabric,
Yes,
stop and think what's gone into making that fabric
right.
because they're weaving their own fabric.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable. I
Yes,
mean,
Ellie.
what?
Yes.
There is always room for learning. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, I know a lot about nothing. Um, you know, of course, it'll come up in a crossword puzzle that I do later.
There you go. Yep.
Always does. It fascinates me. It does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fascinated by this information.
Yeah.
It just does.
So, what are your plans for the weekend?
I'm preparing for TFF on Sunday.
Yes. Yarn Inspired said there is a lady that lives on a riverbank, and the hippos all come to her porch and practically eat out of her hands. Oh my word. That
I'd
would
be
be awesome.
I'd be terrified. Their mouth, their lips are like 2 feet.
I know,
That's like your head. I mean, wow.
but I bet that's so cool, though.
I'd be afraid.
Well, might have been right at first when there was only maybe one or two, but how many does she have now?
But at least they're herbivores. That's one good thing.
Oh, that's really awesome.
It's not like finding out that orangutans also eat meat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, orangutans will eat meat on occasion.
Oh, well, hopefully not the time that I'm there at the zoo visiting them.
It's guy in India. Sorry, I watch a lot of weird. I watch cop programs, like On Patrol Live,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this other program called Most Shocking. So
Most shocking.
most shocking, most
Okay.
shocking videos.
Okay.
While waiting for On Patrol Live, we'll watch Most Shocking. And it showed a video of, I think it was in India. This guy had gone to the zoo and wanted to get a really good video uh, of an orangutan. And he got too close to the cage. And the orangutan grabbed him. Now, he did not know that orangutans will eat meat. Orangutan
Oh,
grabbed a hold to him. This guy was skinny and a little. He's probably 5'8", and he's very thin. And of course, he's wearing flip flops. The orangutan grabs a hold to his arm, and then grabs a hold to his waist, and then grabs a hold to his legs, and they're trying to get the guy off. And the last thing the guy orangutan had his leg, and I mean his foot was like this far from the mouth of the orangutan.
Oh.
I mean, it was like just seconds before the orangutan was going to bite his toes off his foot.
Oh my word.
I mean, I think it's crazy. I'm like, why would you get that close to an animal's cage? Number
Yes.
one. You know, but that was a foreign country, whereas in our country we can't get that close.
Right. They're not only in cages or there's barriers, but then there's also rails that keep you from getting even closer to the barriers. Yeah.
Well, this animal was in a cage, and he just right up there on the cage, and I'm sitting there going, "You deserve to get your toes bit off, you dummy."
Oh, Yarn Inspired said, I don't know. I saw it on TV a long time ago, but the hippos did love her. That's awesome. Yes, that is so awesome.
Love you. I'm live.
Well, like I said, I just found it interesting. And so I thought I would share that with you. I think more because of the fact I was just fascinated with the textiles. And since all of us are creators of a sort, I just thought it was very interesting to share with you what others create, clear across the world from us.
Yeah. It's unbelievable what other people can create. But do y'all have any questions? Because I mean, please ask us. Feel free to ask us questions that you have.
Yes. Or share with us what your plans are for your next project, or maybe what it is you're working on now, so some of us can get inspired.
Or tell us your little story about freaky animals.
Freaky animals.
No snake things. Froggy doesn't do snakes.
And I don't do spiders. I don't do snakes either, but I don't do spiders as well.
Yeah, I don't do snakes. Really don't do snakes. Yes, I don't. But it's all good. I just have a phobia about snakes.
I have a healthy respect for snakes. I don't care how big, how little, what color they are, or anything. No.
I have an actual phobia. I freeze. I don't run. I just petrifies and freeze. That fight or flight thing. I don't fight and I don't flight. I just
freeze. Which could be a good thing too, if you're not moving.
I don't do it. I just stand there. It's a bad phobia. Very frightening to me. But other than that, I mean, I'm all right. He is just loving himself. Anyway, I got a yarn ball.
Woohoo!
Okay. It's green.
Oh my goodness. Here,
blue.
Big.
It's green to blue. And it's plastic. I got it on Etsy. And it's a frog.
Why are we not surprised?
It's got little legs here and little legs here. And it's a frog.
I love how it changes colors.
Oh, isn't that cool?
Yes.
Right there. It's blue. Blue. It's blue, but is it really blue? It's green.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's blue. I'm thinking Google eyes right there.
Yep.
I thought that was adorable. That was a lot of fun. I just got that too. It's not very big. It is not very big. I know it's not very big. Trust me. I have other yarn balls that are very big. I thought I'd show you that. Give you guys a laugh. I did get a couple of bags.
Look at that.
Box bottom. It is rainbow snowflakes. It is made by
Naughty Dog. Yes.
Oh, this one I can show you. It's Bah Humbug. Bah Humbug. It's got a pocket in here on one side. So I got that one. And I got another one. I have a third one too, but I'll have to show you that one later. It's in my bag. I got this little tote, which is super cute.
I love the
And
colors.
it's got the little thing that goes through. Um, it's filled with naughty snowmen.
Naughty snowman.
Naughty snowmen
Okay.
doing the naughty. It's naughty snowmen doing the naughty.
Okay.
That's why it's naughty knitting socks.
Mm.
Okay, I'll show you something clean. I broke down and I did something bad. I don't know why I did this, but I did.
Oh my goodness.
I bought another one of these.
That is gorgeous.
It is very pretty. It is done in green, red, and whites, and it's glittery. I don't think you're going to catch the glitter in it unless I sit here and spin it. There's glitter all through the whole thing. But
Is it hand painted?
no, it's a heck. It is a Nelson wood hook, and it
Okay.
is he carved it and sanded it,
Mm-hmm.
and this bloodwood ends and green tamarind rings to bring out the green in the middle. But there is glitter throughout this whole centerpiece of acrylic.
That is so, so pretty.
And he called it Let It Snow. So
Yes.
it is so pretty. Now,
It is an amazing hook, isn't it?
this is an eye. Yes, I do crochet with it. So this is only my second Nelson one.
That's right, Steve. Bougie, bougie.
If you have the money, it's fun to have. I don't recommend them all the time because these are very, very expensive. Very expensive hooks.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be careful with them because you don't want to drop them. You'd get your heart broken if you dropped it.
Yes, I would.
I'd cry if I dropped it. And I got another thing. I got this.
Isn't
So
that beautiful from Furls?
it's a leather pouch. This actually is the handle. It'll tuck right here and sit, but that's the handle. When I got this,
Jan, a very unusual hook.
I did not know that I would like this leather pouch until I got it. And up close and personal, you can put all your furls hooks in there.
Isn't that nice?
And then on the other side, you've got the zipper part. I'll close the zipper now. But this thing is really nice.
It is.
Way better than I thought it was going to be. I'll put in
especially since you can carry several hooks.
I can carry several hooks in here or needles or whatever, but I'm going to show you. See, they fit right in there and it's elastic, so you can put in there furls hooks. It's made by Furls, so it's meant to hold furls hooks. So that was a really nice thing. What happened was I had bought some hooks. I had a nice coupon code, buy two, get one free.
Mm-hmm.
And I had rewards with Furls that I used.
Right.
So I went ahead and bought these hooks. So I'm going to show them to you. I got an
Look at that, guys.
R, S,
Look.
and T. I got them buy one, get one free. Buy two, get one free. And then with my rewards, with my rewards, I paid $40 for all this.
Isn't that awesome? Of course, guys, I love wood hooks. And
These
so,
are so light considering their size.
right.
I paid $40 for these 3 big wood hooks and the leather case.
That's when it's worth having points and hook rewards and coupons.
Save
Yep.
up your rewards. I save up all my rewards.
I do too.
And use them at once. And that's how I got a good deal. So that was my show and tell. I'll show you the yarn at another day.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought y'all would get a big laugh out of seeing that. Hey, Moonrose.
Hello, Crystal. How are you? Thank you so much for popping in.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Of course, like I said, I love wood hooks. Now, not that I would use anything that big, but I wanted to get them because I would love to just put them in a pretty shadow box.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for a display, use as a background piece. I mean, they were just gorgeous. And guys, they're still available.
Well, my whole thing is, I have blanket yarn. And you can use it with blanket yarn. You can double up your worsted weight or your bulk and use those. I think that would be a good idea.
Yes.
I don't know. I thought it was a good idea to try.
Mm-hmm.
I have used a 35 millimeter, and I double stranded blanket yarn, and it worked perfectly.
Did it? Awesome. DK Jen says, I think my hands would get cramped over the larger hooks, but they do look nice. Yes, they do. They really, really do.
I don't sit there and do it for a long enough period of time to get a cramp, so it's fine. No, I think I would use the R and the S more than I would the T.
Right.
The T is a 30 millimeter. But I do like them. I like them quite a bit. They're very well made, and they do not weigh as much as I thought they would.
Right.
I expected them to be a lot heavier.
That's the reason why I like the wooden hooks so much. It's because they're light. You know, I mean, like I said, I really do like them.
Wood hooks are very light. Although I will say this isn't heavy as I thought. This is the streamlined metal.
Yes, they're not heavy either.
They're not heavy. The weight of a hook makes a big difference. This is not real heavy, but it weighs more than the streamlined metal.
Oh, well, I'll be darned.
Yeah, but think about it, it's wood and stuff, and you gotta be careful.
Kivia said, I remember that Furls had a jumbo blush crochet.
Yes, they had a jumbo blush crochet hook. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. It's around here somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah. A giant hook is nice to have one, just in case you want to double or triple up your yarns. You can always finger crochet.
Yes.
But it's kind of like finger crocheting, but I'm using the hook.
Right.
I mean, it really is.
So. I tried finger crochet once, and not for me.
I never have a problem. Well, the first time I learned to crochet, I learned to finger crochet.
Oh, we'll see. No, not me. I've always had a hook.
I learned when I was 5 with my fingers. And then to the hook.
Right.
So that's why. The 15 millimeter plastic, yes.
She only used it once.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't either.
But they're a nice set to have, and I couldn't beat the deal.
No.
It was a good deal. I couldn't beat it. And the buy two get one was only on those particular hooks. It wasn't on any other hooks. So it was worth it to me.
Right.
And it, to each his own. I mean, everybody has their choice on what they want and what they like.
And what they like, yes.
Eventually, I will end up using one or two of them. I don't know that I'll use all three. You never know, though. Might come down the pike and I might. I don't know. I might use one for broomstick lace. I don't know.
My mother, so I was going to say grandmother, my mother learned how to do the broomstick lace, and oh my word, she was off and running. Every one of us, I think everyone in her Sunday school class, I'm not going to say every woman in her church got one, but let me tell you, she was cranking those out for a few years.
They're beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Jennifer says, I've done arm knitting, but never finger crochet.
Oh, honey, you can do the finger crochet.
Arm knitting.
Yes, arm knitting.
How do you do that?
You cast on the stitches on your arm, and then you just literally knit right off your arm, and off one onto the other, and you just go back and forth between your arms.
Oh my word. So your arms become your needles?
Yes.
Well, I'll be.
It's very easy. You don't do very many stitches.
Okay.
To begin with. Yeah. And you use really thick yarn. Yeah. Yep. And when I taught my kids to crochet, they learned to do it with their fingers first. Make a chain first with fingers. Yeah. Didn't do any more than a single crochet. Because once you start getting into stitches, they need the hook.
Right.
But yeah, you can do a chain and a single crochet with your fingers. Be surprised.
Well, I've seen the finger crochet, and I tried it once, and it was like, of course, that's after I'd already been crocheting for, several years. So I was like, nah.
No, that's the first thing I ever did. So, yeah. I got the mechanics of it, and then when I got the hook, it was like, oh, this is so much easier. Yeah, it's just another way of learning.
Right.
You can learn in all kinds of different ways. We will be on Sunday.
Yes.
And we will be over at Paw Ply Yarns.
Yes.
Paw Ply Guys. And there will be another tutorial.
Yes.
Yep. So grab some yarn, grab a hook that matches your yarn. And
you're going to want to know how to do this one, folks. It is a very beautiful pattern, and it is by one of the four of us on the panel, and I'll give you a hint. It's not Maureen.
It ain't Froggy. How about this? It's not by one of the girls.
It is a gorgeous pattern, folks. I do hope you will join us on Sunday to see how it comes out.
Really?
Goodness.
That's awesome, Rita.
A sweater for a baby when she was 7.
Yeah.
Wow. That is awesome, Rita.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is.
That's incredible. I do need to do more knitting, Steve.
Doesn't she, Steve? We keep telling her.
I do. I need to clean my room up more, but I do need to do more knitting. I got plenty of needles.
Yep.
Got plenty of needles. I do need to clean up more so I have access to some yarn. That's what I need to do. Yeah, my room needs cleaning bad.
Well, we have reached 7 o'clock, and I'm sure that there are others out there on the YouTube street that you would all love to jump over and go watch. So let me just say thank you all so much for being here. It has been a lot of fun for me. I hope it's been some fun for you. And I do hope that you'll take a moment and go, just go check out, get out there on Google and, you know, find out information like what kind does I had it in my head. Check out another country, see what fabrics that they are known for, or what yarns, what do they export as far as textiles and fibers and things. I mean, we're not just the only ones here that like to crochet and like to knit. So go do some exploring, see what else is out there. Now, you don't have to start with a hippo or a iguana or anything like that. Just go ahead and jump right on looking at a different country or something. So until Sunday, everyone, please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they are needing to see. We love you all. And again, thank you so much for being with us.
We love you guys. Stay safe. Be kind. Bye, guys.
Bye.